Ever since I was a kid, RPGs were my favorite genre, but I feel like as years have gone on, they are aging horribly. So as much as I love RPGs, I don't find that I get a chance to enjoy very much of them anymore. I burned out on turn-based combat so long ago. And then enters Virgo versus the fucking Zodiac. Virgo is a turn-based RPG, but it is nevertheless just lovely. I have never been a huge fan of the Mario RPG series. I actually only played Thousand Year Door for the first time a few months ago, but even as a kid, I knew that the action sequence they included, where you have to time your inputs in order to get a bonus damage, was ingenious, and I could not for the fucking life of me understand why more games would not do that to spice up their mindless turn-based drawl. Virgo is built around this entire mechanic, inspired by the Paper Mario series, and executes it so masterfully that I am sincerely baffled how this game is not more popular. Now, it did come out on Steam just a few months ago. Steam was very kind to recommend it to me basically as soon as it came out, but I feel like it really deserves a lot more attention. In this game, you play as Virgo, who is a hyper-perfectionistic zealot who is on a holy quest to probably murder all of her Zodiac sisters and toss their crowns into the fires of Mount Doom to restore the Golden Age once and for all.
This is too much lore for a single dialogue. Space it out properly, heretic.
In a world where every other protagonist is the same cookie-cutter anime teenage boy, Virgo is incredibly refreshing as a character. So much of her dialogue is sardonic, funny, self-assured. It's honestly just a lovely change of pace.
Look, I'm doing my best, but they keep tripping over their feet and falling on my weapons.
In addition to the smooth and engaging music and the lovely pixel art, so many things about this game, small things, contribute to making it an overall delight. Like in many RPGs, interacting with objects on the overworld will occasionally grant you new items, but more than that, I found that I wanted to interact with everything there just to see some of the dialogue and quips that they included for so many things in the game. Drink too much and you'll turn pink. Take a sip? Sure. And the Rose and Maiden references. That's a quick way to win me over. That was only my favorite anime for, a decade. Even just exploring the menu in this game was fun. Like, the save menu is a dinosaur. There's a stat called cuteness, and I've finished this entire game by now, and I still honestly have no idea whether or not the stat actually does anything, but cuteness measures a creature's huggability. With prolonged exposure, cute creatures can cause irreversible harm to the soul. Yeah, I don't even care if it does anything, that's awesome. So one common hiccup with this game is that the stats and equipment system can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming. They offer you a lot of customizability, and every single piece of equipment comes with its own unique and combat ability. But the stats are confusing, especially in new players. Having beaten the game, I have a vague idea the purple, red, green stats are your attacking stats for different categories, but okay, advice. If you get a new piece of equipment, just fucking ignore all the stats, who cares? Put it on, try it out, see how its ability feels to you, because that's what fucking matters. There is so much variety in those, and they do a great job of making them be able to be tailored to a specific playstyle. I've read about a lot of crazy things that you can pull off with different combinations, and I think they're really going to do a lot for the replayability of this game. There are multiple routes, multiple endings, depending on the choices you make in-game, and I have only done one so far.
Heretic, denying my good intentions.
But I'm really looking forward to doing the next.
Wiggly insect! Your kind has been pestering my nights of sleep for years by now. Today I will finally exact my revenge. And to think I'm allergic to pollen.
No! I, beautiful fairy princess. You wiggly beast. You no cute.
You asked for it, filth.
Let's talk a little bit more about the combat. In addition to the action sequence commands augmenting literally every attack, both player and enemy in the game, Virgo vs. the Zodiac also uses a counter system. meaning every character and battler has a shield that if you hit the shield, you get a counterattack. This rewards a very defensive style of play, but more importantly, it makes it very satisfying to just solo enemies. Like, you have party members, but I enjoy the parts of the game that you have only Virgo much more than when you're using a full group. And I'm pretty sure the game is aware of this, given that, you cannot escape your companions, even if you try really hard to. The game features some different difficulty modes. For me, the default one was fantastic at first. Like, missing one input would cause you to die. There's instant reset, so that's fine. It was challenging, it was great. Later on, it got pretty easy. I ended up shredding through the final boss, but I don't know if I just overgrinded my equipment or what. I'm looking forward to doing the higher one next time. But overall, I really love this battle system. It's basically exactly what I wanted after playing Thousand Year Door for the first time. You know, the game itself was great, but I had trouble investing in characters that aren't Vivian, and some of the input timings in that game always felt unclear to me, and this feels like it solves both of those problems wonderfully. Anyway, I think that's gonna be about it for this video. There's so much that I would love to show from this game, but I'd really rather just let people see it for themselves. The game itself is $20 on Steam. You will get about as many hours of play out of it in one playthrough. I think it's worth every dollar. If I had to pick a favorite game right now, this would probably be it. And by probably, I mean, yeah. Please play this game. Thanks.